share my audio. Who's your favorite audio engineer? Me, man, of course. Like, why is that even a question? On a serious note, I mean, I really like Matt Guzowski and who else? Andrew Sheps, Dave Pensado, uh, Tony Maserati. All these guys are cool. They know what they're doing. Okay. Let me know if you can hear this. Okay. There we go.
All right, what's up, all you people? Y'all listening to the Knobs Band. We're here to bring the party. We're here to shut it down. Let's get this night up and cracking right now. Come on, here we go. 3, 4. This hit that ice cold Michelle fight
So
without a
this
white
track
goat.
wasn't recorded as
This
fast. It's just
woman
that Zoom
put
can't
girls
take like 44 kilohertz, so it's just sped up the track. But basically, this is like a Fender Stratocaster, a single coil. The sound from the amp. I don't know why I did that, but yeah. Now that's just the DI. All right.
Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch.
Right. So I stopped.
Hey, hey,
That is what this part was. Okay, so this is a single coil guitar. Now, what if we have humbucker? Connected to the humbucker pickup. This is another question I did. Like very simple, like both phones placed like right at the speaker, right, and then one CI. Okay, so let's see. There you are. Okay, so this is how I recorded like humbuckers. Same, like no new science to it. It's just that I knew that this kind. I was like, all right, so like you can't get rocker than a humbucker. Let's see. It's a question. Yes. Okay. Great. So let me just take you to the guitar parts, right? So. This is going to be so miking electric guitars is like not really a big deal. That being said, I want to like play that other project for you again because I recorded some electric guitars for that. So now these were like actually, I'm going to be unfair by saying that this is like the way it's going to sound all the time because these were like $5,000 amps, okay, going through like $100,000 board, and that's why it sounds that great. But that's not to say that you can't get a good electric guitar sound at home. Okay, so like the first example that I played for like the acoustic one, I recorded guitars in that as well. Have you ever recorded with a solid? Yes. So this one that I'm going to play for you now is a solid state amplifier and single microphone. Okay, one dynamic mic. Also, don't judge my playing. This was sometime in 2014, so right, yeah, I was like a fetus back then. But yeah, so here the electric guitar. Clean tone, one microphone was actually this mic. Okay. Clean, and this is like that 5,000 rupees MG 10 Marshall microphone. I'm sure like most of you would have had it at some. Right, and that was the clean tone, and this is the one with distortion. Okay. You can actually hear the 60 hertz hum in this track. Yeah, it's just the lead part, or even the harmonies are recorded with a solid state. So I'm sure you were asking about this part, right? So yeah, the way that's an arranging thing, dude. Like this is the lead guitar, right? So this is an electric guitar, but this is an acoustic guitar which is also playing the same melody. But like when the guitar goes on to play the melody for the second time, the acoustic guitar plays fills. So the harmony is not really recorded by it. Okay, so yeah. All right, so now we've got like 10 minutes remaining. If you guys have any questions, now is the time. And if you don't, I can actually like quickly run you through amps. So whatever you guys want. Okay, amps. Two kinds, solid state and tube. There's a third kind, hybrid. Okay. So hybrid amps are, so they're like a mix between tubes and solid state. So tubes were like the first kind of amplifiers. The tonal characteristics of tube amps are like they sound like super warm, all right, and if you pick up any of the old records, that's what a tube guitar amp sounds like. Actually, as a matter of fact, if you pick up any record, tube amps are preferred all over the world. They're more expensive because of them being like because of them having like tubes inside them, right? And because of the tubes being inside them, it creates like it creates a problem, that is that those tubes get overheated and they need to be changed over time, right? As far as solid state amps are concerned, the power amp is like built out of circuits and not tubes, right? It's a pretty standard construction, but it has no tonal characteristic of its own. So the tube amps are going to have like different tonal characteristics depending on how the amp is, how the tubes are built or where the tubes are from and how they're interacting with the circuitry. Whereas the solid state amps sound pretty uniform. Okay, solid state amps are cheaper, more durable, and last longer. Okay, hybrid amps are basically like tube amps, but their preamp is powered by like a solid state circuit. Okay, they're kind of cheaper. You can get like a nice hybrid amp for like 15,000-20,000 rupees. So those are your amps, and they all have like certain characteristics to them, which I can say they're like bright, dark, orange, green, yellow. But I would advise you to actually go out, try out some amps, and try to develop your own understanding for how it sounds. Okay. Whew. All right. So that was about 2 hours. What do you guys want now? Questions, answers, comments, queries, gifts?
Sir, I want to ask one thing.
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
Are you aware of a microphone that is cheap and best and sounds best with acoustic guitar and vocals?
Acoustic guitar, I mean, see, if you're going for like, if you're asking which one you should buy,
Yes.
I would advise going in for like a large diaphragm condenser microphone. Okay, if you want specific models, a Rode NT1A, this one has been with me for 8 years now, and it served me well. I've done all sorts of
And how
recording.
much does it cost?
I think 15,000. When I bought it, it was like 15, 16,000. It might be cheaper now. It could also be expensive. I don't know. But a good idea would be to actually check. All right. There's this website called matbajao.com. You can check the price there, but don't order from there because they don't believe in the whole philosophy of bajao. They don't send you stuff and they take your money and stuff. So actually find out the price there, then go to your store like that's near your place and ask, okay, yeah, somebody says it's 19 grand. So yeah, it's more expensive now, but it gets the job done, man. And it comes with like the entire apparatus. That means it comes with a shock mount and a pop filter, so you're all set.
And
It
what's
also
the
comes with
name of this mic?
it's Rode RODE
Yes.
NT1A.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Other questions?
Aman, do you have any questions?
Okay. What is my take on plugins? And also, do you also use VST plugins? Sometimes, depends. Like if I like right now, I'm supposed to play a guest solo on this friend's album who's like a metal guitar player, and I don't have I don't have the apparatus to play metal because I don't do that anymore. But because I need to do that, I'm going to like mess around with plugins. Plugins are great, man. Like if I would personally use it for my artistic expression, no. But yeah, they get the job done. They're cheap and they're available. They can be cracked and stuff like that. Do I use VST plugins? Yeah, I don't. If I have to, I do sometimes though. What's the difference between Beta 58A and SM58? No difference actually. It's just a later model. There are some differences in frequency response. Although I'll be
Beta is cheaper than
yeah,
SM58.
because there is like a little difference in the frequency response. Right? It's not completely flat. And to be honest, like full disclosure, I have never bought any sort of Shure's beta models because I don't know, like it's just like this one is like a very classic model, and it gets the job done. So the problem starts when they start making more affordable stuff. So they do compromise on certain things in order to make it more affordable. Okay. Does that answer the question? Okay. Any other questions?
Aditya, I have a
Yes, I
question.
have a question.
So if I'm okay,
Okay, one at a time. Mohak, go first.
yeah. So if I'm not using the phantom power
Mhm.
in my sound card,
Not
so and if I'm just yeah, so if I'm just using a quarter-inch jack, so like can I plug my guitar directly into the sound card and use VST plugins to record? Like would that,
yeah, that should
as
be
you said
fine.
that,
That should be fine,
okay,
but yeah, just I mean, if you can get a DI box, get one. You know,
okay.
it's just for your sound cards longevity.
And also I've seen like DI boxes ranging from like 1500s to like 7 to 8,000. So like, is there any difference like in the quality as well? What do you
That
have to say about that?
I mean, like the one I made, it cost me like um, probably 800 rupees or something. Just get like if you can get like basic components like resistors and stuff, I can teach you how to make one. It'll be really cheap. But if you want to buy one, it's like 1,500 or
Perfect.
because
That would be great.
yeah, so like even if you
Another
get,
neat
it
one.
depends.
Yeah.
If you get a passive one, it's going to be cheap.